So if we've got the lead, got the conversion call, we deliver the candidate, each one of those is a conversion percentage. And even if you went away and just increase those by 10% per 120 days, there's a third extra. What we really want to do, though, is get through to 250, and then we've got systems in place to go to the next level. So one of the key challenges that I see for businesses under 250 is we don't have almost like an external NED on our business, someone coming in and assessing our metrics. So if you're going to take just some base metrics, you need to take these. Let me bring these to you. And I don't want to share anything confidential, but these are the metrics you need to write down. Write these down. Number one, the number of client leads per month. Number of client leads per month. Number two, number of candidates targeted per month. Number three, the placements per month. Revenue per month. Important, margin per month. Let me give you an example. We've had we're going to chat about a really cool gentleman, Jamie, on the next webinar, who joined us doing about 10, 11 million, but actually making no money. But within the first year, he's gone from 7 branches down to 2, and his team down from 35 down to 7, actually making a ton more margin. So margin is huge. Now next, these two. I'm a recruiter. I don't want this. I just want to make more money. Genius. What does that mean? Now, some of you are on the call now, and you are awesome at managing. Some of you are on the call now, and you hate sales calls. Some of you are on the call now, you've got every different degree of genius right now. So for the businesses who break through $1 million and stay there, these are two fundamentals that I focus on with my members. The genius days. And what I mean by that is what they need to be doing more of and what they should be doing less of. So believe it or not, it still blows my mind. I know a load of recruitment business owners who hate speaking to clients. They hate sales. So what can we do about that? Well, again, if you go to iTunes, you might pick up some of the podcasts where we talk about that. There's a solution. And days off, why is that important? Why is that important? Because a direct barometer of your actual business process. If you're in your business 30 days a month still, and you're making $1 million, I guarantee you, you're going to go back under $1 million the following year. Your business should run without you. So these KPIs are key. Now we've got something called the Warrior system, whereby we go through a belt process that we've implemented. So those doing 0 to 10K a month, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, you see as a Hunter group, all the way up to the Warrior group. And guess what? Each one of those different phases has a different set of projects and plans and a different set of KPIs. But notice this, role. Your role in the business is going to be the pivot point this year, whether you break through $1 million, break through 250, whatever your number is going to be, your role. You are the point of success. You're also the point of failure, the same as me as well. Same as all of us. But your role needs to change. Your role is key, absolutely key. And we must get this understanding that if you want to get through, say you've been doing 100K for the last couple of years, or 200K and it's plateauing, 3 things need to change. I'm going to touch on these on the next webinar if you do you want to pop on that. Number 1, the actual business itself, the assets in the business are key. And by assets, I mean this. So we've got something called a 7-day sprint. So a 7-day sprint is one of our members is going to get 25 bookings in their diary this week, or they're going to get 50 candidates book in their diary this week. How can they do that on spec, being very completely targeted? Because they've got assets. So in that case, the asset is they've got data. The asset is we've got a proven funnel. The asset is we've got a proven template. The asset is we might have authority. So assets are key. Even at the level, even at startup, an asset comes down at a normal game plan for someone under 250 will include website. So, for example, we had a member last year who had 50-something A's, i.e. companies saying we want to speak, 100-something B's, i.e. companies saying send us more information, and a few C's. But he actually wasn't getting the business. Now, when I looked at his different artifacts, i.e. his website, his LinkedIn, his funnel, his templates, what he'd actually done is copied, and that's cool, and that's why we've got what we've got, but copied other templates and member stuff, but didn't get focused on his niche, on his client, on his candidate. So he didn't actually get the real understanding about creating an asset. Do it once, it's going to be there evergreen. So assets are number 1. Number 2, the second key driver is these KPIs. Your KPI, so this is at a high level we're speaking about here, but at a campaign level. So every single day you run a campaign, you should be able to say to yourself, or whoever's in your business, today again, I'll keep it simple for LinkedIn, just so you know, LinkedIn is just a minor part of what we focus on, but I just want to give you something we all understand and can consume. Even LinkedIn, today, what's happened on LinkedIn? We sent X amount of invites, X amount accepted, X amount of replies, X amount of replies number 2, replies number 3, X amount of calls, X amount of conversions, X amount come back to us. Those metrics should be in place. If you haven't got that, then it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult breaking through that 7-figure. And the third component, cash flow. Now that sounds easy, but that cash flow comes down to understanding if we put 100 units in, even say, for example, RRR, we send 100 or we send 500, and then each time we send 500, we get 100 replies. And we do the same test again, get 100 replies. Same again, 100 replies. In fact, podcast number 1 on iTunes is about just this. It becomes linear, it becomes predictable. So that means, going back to what we said at the top, that then removes the crisis mode from our business. It removes the panic because we've got something which is repeatable and predictable. So if you were to take away one key outcome from the next year in breaking through 250, it's being strategic. And it's a bastardized word now, excuse my French on that, but it is. But being strategic around what we do in the next 120 days, then 30, 60, 90 within it, then the next and the next. And also knowing that the metrics behind doubling your business are more than achievable. All of you, even doing what you're doing now, can add 10%. All of you can. But if you look back on your last year, in most days or most weeks, you're doing the same thing every day, every week, then you haven't really got a plan. You've got a job. You've got a job.